I'll give you just an overview and it will look different for each one of us here. The main focus is you start knowing where you are by looking at your credit. So Crystal already went through that. However, we need to prepare you for which one is going to work well in your favor. Yes, there's Credit Karma. That's just for you to kind of keep tabs of what's happening. I look at Credit Karma almost like your homework, like you've been given homework to just do, but in the end, you'll have an exam, which probably will have some pieces from the homework and maybe not. So, Credit Karma is just to track and for you to get notifications. Let's say if there's potentially somebody that might have your information and use it. The ones that come from your bank are relatively going to be as close as possible to the one that the lender is looking at. So if you bank, let's say with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, just throwing out names there, and you can log in and they give you your credit score, those have a truer picture than the one you might get at Credit Karma. You looking at it every single day doesn't affect your credit. Then you're going to look at how much am I able to save to go through this process. You might hear that you can get a loan with no down payment. That sounds great. But my dear, you're still going to spend some money. Some money can either be in the form of you need to pay a home inspector to come in and check the house. You do need to pay the person who's going to challenge the value of the property. You do need to pay the lender. You do need to pay the real estate agent. There's going to be money that is going to be needed in this process. So you look at your savings, and if your savings are not as healthy as you would like them to be, then yes, there's opportunity for you to find other ways that you can get home buyer assistance. We are now talking about the money side of things. Then you're going to meet with your agent. In this case, you'll meet with Crystal and do a consultation. The consultation is going to be geared on where you are and what products maybe would be possible to supplement and or complement the savings and or the money that you need. And then we're going to introduce a couple of people in this process. So Crystal is acting as I label the real estate agent. For me, is like your GPS. You've given us the direction that you want to buy in the next 1 or 2 months or 6 months. And now I'm just giving you directions to your destination. In this car, we're going to have a couple of people. We're going to pick up a couple of people on our way to a destination to make this happen. But I'll be your GPS or your co-driver, just reminding you, hey, the GPS told us let's turn here. So we're going to pick up the lender who's going to help us with the money part of it. And so the lender is looking at your credit, how much you have saved, and how you'll pay them back. So how long have you worked? How much are you making? And where's the money coming from to buy this house? So they're looking at that. If you're going to be switching jobs, if you're going to go and make more money because you switch jobs, that's usually fine. But if you're switching to a different career, you need to pause and talk with the lender. So there are a couple of things that we need to make sure that we don't do or, kind of stumble and mess us up. There are a lot of people, for example, because you're excited and you want to buy furniture and invite people for your homecoming or no, homewarming, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And then
Housewarming.
yeah, housewarming, yes. And then you go and you are now spending money to get that furniture before you even get the keys. You're human, but you can't be doing that because now you're adding what? Debt, right? And then even if you say, but Brenda, I have the cash in my bank account. I realize that, but leave that cash for anything that could happen. Do that after. So those are things that your GPS, your agent, or your co-driver is helping you to make sure we stay on track. And then we're going to pick up a home inspector who's going to come in and check out the house for you. They will need to get paid, give you the report of what they think about the house, and then the home inspector will drop them off at their destination. We're still working with the lender all throughout. And then we're going to
Mm-hmm.
pick up somebody who's known as a title company. The title company is the one that's going to make sure that the money that you're promising to pay the seller is going to be allocated. So if you're buying the house and you're buying it for 300,000, the lender is giving you the 300,000. Whomever you're buying it from, probably they owe someone money, meaning their lender. So the title company is making sure that that money is transferred and it's allocated. They are also the ones who are going to make sure that you're getting a solid title is what we call it. And so with title, if you've not heard of it, I equate it for those of us who are buying cars is Carfax is the company that comes to mind because they tell you the little history about the car. That's what the title company's doing. And they'll be with us throughout until the destination. They're the ones who are finalizing the paperwork. Along the way, we're going to pick also an appraiser. The appraiser is coming in to make sure that the house is worth what you think it is and what the seller is selling it for. And that's what the bank is going to be using. All along with us picking up all these people. Crystal, your agent, is your co-driver or your GPS, making sure you get to your destination. And then you'll get insurance for the house. Just like you have insurance for the car in case you get into an accident, you need insurance for the house in case it burns down or somebody breaks in. You need to get insurance, so your agent is helping you with that. And so we get to a destination, what we call the closing day or settlement day. That's the day you get the keys to the house. And so there'll be whatever money that you need, you're going to pay it then.
Really like the metaphors that you you used. I think it was really clear, cut and cute. So I was able to take some notes on that. That was great. So no questions about that particular thing.